as Saiyans are worth as warriors as measured and judged at birth. Those with no potential like you are sent to inferior planets like this. Thrown away and forgotten like the garbage you are.
With enough hard work and training, even garbage can surpass the elite.
That's quite a sense of humor you've got.
So, when you first watch this scene, you probably don't think much of it. But for me, it's actually quite inspirational. After watching this scene for the first time, it actually made me like Goku even more, because I realized something about him that some people tend to overlook. And it's actually one of Goku's biggest secrets, believe it or not. Okay, so get this. Goku is just an average guy, if you really think about it. And I know that sounds far-fetched with all things considered. You know, cause he can fly, he's super strong, and can control Kai. But that's not really what makes Goku Goku. I mean, a lot of people in the Dragon Ball universe can do the same thing as Goku, so it's not really all that special. See, I used to think that I wasn't very good because I didn't have the best genetics. I wasn't smart or confident, and ultimately I didn't like myself and just thought, oh, well, I didn't get lucky like everyone else, and win the genetics lottery. Which is such a horrible mentality to have. Just because I didn't get lucky like some people doesn't give me an excuse not to work as hard as them. It's my job to make the most of what I have, because at the end of the day, even garbage can become good eventually. It's just a matter of how I approach life, and if whether or not I'm willing to work for what I want to achieve. And even then, I'm sure those people who may have gotten lucky still have to work hard too. And if they don't, then that's just wasted potential. Just look at Goku. If you really think about it, Goku was destined to fail from the start. He wasn't born into the best family, according to the social norms on his planet. Goku was nothing more than an average guy in his society. He was merely a low-class warrior. And he didn't have royal blood, you know, unlike Vegeta. Goku proves that anyone can be successful, and he's a reminder about just how important the essence of hard work really is. Despite Goku's flaws, he trained harder than anyone else. Even though Goku was an average Saiyan warrior, he didn't let that stop him and decided to become the best version of himself instead. There's a lot to learn from Goku. I mean, his success didn't happen overnight. He's spent his whole lifetime trying to become a better version of himself every day. One thing I've noticed is that Goku is a patient guy. He's patient with everyone, but more than anything, he's patient with himself. He knows that becoming the strongest fighter in the world isn't going to happen overnight, yet he still trains every single day and gives his best effort all the time. One thing I want to point out is that a lot of people have this misconception that Goku is stupid, or that he's a bad father, but I think that's a little unfair. Maybe he used to be those things, but that's because Goku is only human, and yes, I know he's not actually a human, but he has the body similar to that of a human, and he functions just like one. So my point is that he makes mistakes, and no one is perfect. Unless you're Cell. The important thing is that Goku learns from his mistakes, and takes responsibility for them. Just look at the time when Cell was going to blow up the Earth. He knew that he must do something, because it was his fault. Goku is accountable for his actions. If Goku never made mistakes, then imagine how boring the series would be. Only good things would ever happen to him. Eventually it would become repetitive, predictable, and just lame. You know, there's a saying that there's no such thing as failure. There's only failure if you don't learn from your mistakes. Aside from that, there's also the debate about whether or not Goku is a hero or not. Personally, I think he's a hero. Even though he wasn't written like some heroes, he's still a hero regardless. He's gone through so much pain and suffering to protect his friends and family, along with the Earth itself, in most cases. Although Goku may be selfish, I believe that it's possible to be selfish in order to become more selfless. I mean, if Goku didn't train so much, he wouldn't be strong enough to protect those he loves. As a result, this lets Gohan focus on his career and not worry about fighting, because Goku, like many other parents, just wants what's best for his son. Either way, it's all a matter of perspective, because Goku can be a hero to anyone, including you. And while it might sound silly to idolize or like an animated character so much, it's not. Even though it's just an anime, at the end of the day, this is a story written by real people with real emotions, which are being expressed through a story. Maybe that makes some kind of sense? So what I'm trying to say is that anyone can be like Goku. He's not much different from real life people in terms of the way he carries himself. He's a genuine, humble family man, and he doesn't care about superficial stuff like money or fame. Also, he's a farmer. He works a job just like everyone else. Overall, he's a hardworking guy, and he's not afraid to show it off. I admire Goku because he doesn't need money to enjoy his life. He already has life to enjoy. Hopefully that makes sense too. Just don't be like this guy. Or this guy. Yeah, don't pull a Zamasu or whatever. Yeah, so just do your best and don't give up. Be patient with yourself. You know, comparison is the thief of joy, so don't worry about other people and just do the best you can do. Or, better yet, break your limits, if you're willing to go that far. Really, it's all about adapting his mindset. So, at this point, if you're still watching, I just want to say thank you so much for listening. And if you enjoyed, then go ahead and like or subscribe if you're interested in more similar types of videos.
Now I'm mad! Black bastard! You! Black damn it! No! No! Damn you! Black damn it!